Hi, good morning everyone. Was it afternoon already? We did say 12 p.m. Thank you for joining us and for tuning in live. I'm here today with Godwin. We'll be chatting about Youth Day, seeing it is Youth Day today, the 16th of June. And I just want to pick Godwin's brain on Youth Day and what he thinks, and as well as his talk about his book. He's a young author, he's a model and an what? You want to be an actor as well, right?
Yeah.
Aspiring actor. So Godwin, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Godwin. I am originally from Kimberley, Richie, and I'm currently based in Galaxdal, Johannesburg. As Auntie Simone said, I'm a model, I'm also an author, and I'm an upcoming actor. Still building, but I'm getting there.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Godwin. And so you wrote a book recently. You launched your first book called Call to Be Different. So can you tell me what inspired you to write this book?
Well, as a young person, I grew up in poverty. So I grew up very poor, and it is difficult as a young person who grows up in poverty to actually keep on dreaming. A friend of mine once said, we are poor kids with only rich dreams. And so what is happening is, for me actually, it was difficult to chase this dream or to run after a certain career. And there were some challenges that I had experienced and all that. So there were times that I felt like I want to give up and I don't want to keep on going with this thing. And later on, I began to realize that there are people that actually feels like I do. There are people that is ready and willing to give up because of what they are facing and because of the situation at home and all the stuff. So I decided, okay, being a motivational speaker is good, but you only speak at events and you don't reach everybody. Being a preacher, it's good, but you also don't reach everybody because not everybody comes to church. So I needed another way in how am I going to get, or how am I going to reach people that doesn't come to events, that doesn't come to church, but that has this feeling that feels like giving up. So I thought, let me write this book because there are people that loves to read, and okay, I will inspire them through my writing. So the book is basically a motivational book that motivates, that inspires, that encourages and builds young people, that tells them to keep on running to this destiny, keep on pushing, keep on going to your career. And that is what the book is all about.
Great, that's awesome. Very inspiring book. I've read it. And I also want to find out, Godwin is also a matriculant. And you know, I think it's very inspiring because he's in high school still and he's published his first book. So I want to ask Godwin, with this COVID pandemic that we're currently facing, as a matriculant, how has this affected you?
COVID-19, okay, coming to matric, it's been a journey.
Yes.
It's been a journey because your prayer, your mom's prayer, you've always wanted to just be in matric and wanted to finish school because you want to continue with your life. You want to get a job and make your parents proud and all that.
Exactly.
So now you get to matric and all of a sudden there's lockdown. And now you have to cut off your studies, you're not coming to school for some time. It is quite stressful. It was really, really stressful because you want to finish school. You have the eager to finish school.
Yes.
And now you are stuck in lockdown. You cannot do anything. You cannot continue with your studies. And most of the questions that we kept on asking is, when will we go back to school? How will this affect our studies? We want to write our exams. What is going to happen to the matriculants? That is the things that we wanted to know. Although they said, okay, schools are opening again. The other thing now is schools are open. Now you are relieved because you are going to finish your matric. But you are also stressed at, what if I get infected? Because I don't want to die right now.
Exactly.
I want to finish.
Yes.
So COVID-19 has been really hectic, but I think we just need to find a way to live with this thing. We need to stay safe. I mean, we are matriculants, we are matured, and we are civilized. So let us act civilized.
Yes.
Let us go by the rules.
Okay. No, that's so true. And tell me, how has the school prepared you guys as matriculants? Because like you said, you guys are mature enough, you know how to be responsible, how to stay safe. And what has the school done in order to protect the learners?
At school, we are first of all, we're practicing social distancing. They are making sure that we do not come close to each other. We are 1.5 meter apart. So even when we have our lunch, you get one set that side and the other set that side. We cannot come any closer. We have teachers watching over us 24/7. So yeah, it is a bit strange. It is a bit uncomfortable because you're not used to having a teacher following you like a grade 1 learner.
Yes.
But I believe it's for the best, because now people would always try their luck. So like, okay, let me just hug you. I haven't seen you in a while. Or let me shake your hand and all that stuff. So I believe it's fine for the teachers to follow us. So what's been happening is we've been practicing social distancing. We also have sanitizing thingy that is going on. So when you get into the school, you don't enter the school, you don't enter the gates without wearing a mask. You need to wear your mask at all times. You do not take it off unless you're having lunch. That is the only time that you don't wear your mask, is when you have lunch. After your lunch, you put your mask back on again. You also have the sanitizing thing. So you don't touch the sanitizing bottle. They have this new way that you just use your foot and you press there.
Yes, I see. It's like a tapping system. I actually saw it yesterday in a shop. Yes.
Yeah, so then sanitize your hands and all that. They gave us soap to wash our hands at all times. So even if you feel the need to go wash your hands now, you go out to the class, you wash your hands and you get back to class. In the toilets, they have the hand wash and all that stuff. So I believe they are quite prepared, and everybody is, as I said, it's uncomfortable, but we are settling in, we are getting
settling into the new norm, kind of. And have they also like split your classes?
Yeah.
Are you like a smaller group now in a class? Or
yeah, because we used to be 30 to 40 learners in a class. Now in my class we are 18, and there are classes that literally have like 5 learners.
Okay, yeah, because of the different subjects that you go to.
So, and we are sitting like far apart from each other.
Okay, now that's excellent that the school are doing all of these things to prevent the spread and from, you guys getting infected, because I know the matriculants are quite eager to go back to school.
Yeah.
And being a mother of a son that's also in high school, he's also in matric. I also want him to finish school, but I want him to be safe at the same time. So, Godwin, can you tell me, like, with being this lockdown, how has it affected you as a young man? Being restricted, not having to go out and see your friends. How has it affected you, and what did you learn during this time?
This lockdown, like I said, we are can I put it like we are hustlers in the industry that I'm in.
Yeah.
So every day of our life, we try to reach out to different people. We try to get some meetings just to push you to go somewhere, because the acting industry, the modeling industry, it is not easy. I mean, I'm sitting with Mrs Gauteng. You can help me with that one. It is not easy. So we have to attend auditions. We have to meet up with producers and things like that to get So with the lockdown, we couldn't get hold of anybody.
Yes.
You try to book a meeting with an agent, they tell you, no, they're not available right now after the lockdown. Yes. You try to find out if there's any auditions. There ain't auditions because people are not to be crowded in one place and all that stuff.
Yes.
So lockdown has stopped us from chasing our careers. And for me, honestly, it has stopped me from reaching out to young people.
Yes.
Because I feel the need to go to young people.
Yes.
There are a lot of people that I visit daily. I visit a lot of people daily because I just feel the need to talk to somebody. Some people just need to talk to somebody. They need to talk because there's a lot going through in their mind. There's a lot going in at home. So they want you to actually sit down and let's talk.
Yes.
So it has stopped me from getting to those people, talking to some people. And some of the people couldn't go to church. And how can I put this? Church has become people's only hope in some homes.
Yes.
So now they couldn't go to church, and it was just difficult for everybody to deal with this thing. But what I've learned in the lockdown is appreciate every single day.
Yes.
What I've also learned is that the day that you waking up in the morning is a gift, and we need to appreciate it.
True.
Because what if something could happen? Let's take it like this. The next moment, we were all happy. We could visit each other's homes and so on and so on. But we didn't appreciate having each other's friends.
Yes.
And then lockdown strike, and all of a sudden, I miss you because I haven't seen you for some time. And so appreciate the next person. Give as much love as you can. Give flowers now while you can. Give chocolates and whatever you want to give. Give it now while you still have the chance. Appreciate your parents. Appreciate your friends. Appreciate your school. Appreciate these things, because anything can happen. Anything can strike at any time.
That's so true. Hey?
So that is what lockdown has taught me. It has taught me to appreciate, to be appreciative. every single day.
Every single day, so true. And just to be grateful for what we have, you know.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, people are struggling, and if you're grateful for the smallest of things, just for the fact that you have a house to go to, you have food on the table, you have a warm and comfortable bed to sleep in, the small things that you learn to appreciate. That's I think one of the things I can take away from this lockdown. Then, you know, Godwin, if you look at what's happening around us now, it's quite depressing when you look at the news and you read the news and you see these things on social media, with gender-based violence. You know, we recently had, just the last couple of days, we had like 3 or 4 young women being killed by their partners or their boyfriends. You know, gender-based violence is quite a big issue in South Africa. What do you think is the reason for that? Like your own views on that?
For me personally, let me first speak from the man's perspective, or let me speak from my perspective here. I believe there is no excuse for any man or woman to get abused. Okay, we are focusing on women, but there are also male figures who are getting abused.
That's true.
But I believe there is no excuse. People come with excuse. They say it is childhood frustrations, and you grew up in an abusive house and things like that, and it has frustrated you. So now you are taking out those frustrations on the people that you are actually hurting. I believe there is no excuse. If you are frustrated, that is why we say break the silence. Break the silence means if you are frustrated, go and speak to somebody.
Yes.
It is not only the fact that you are being abused, so now go to the police and tell them. No. It also means for you who are sitting with pain, who are sitting with anger, sitting with anger, don't beat the next person up to get rid of this frustration. Speak to somebody. Go see a psychologist. Speak to a friend. Or get rid of this thing. Deal with it before it deals with you. And the only way it deals with you is you're going to kill the next person, and then you're going to end up killing yourself.
Yes.
That is what happens. That is what happens in most cases. We end up beating women, and then after then things caught up with us, and then we kill ourselves. So I believe if men can take, or if women that grew up with pain, that grew up with anger, can take the first step, get rid of this thing, get rid of the anger, get rid of the pain, and then we can, that is the only way we can break this gender violence. What I think is also, if my view on the whole thing is, men has not yet made peace that women has arrived. We in the olden days, it was taken that men is supposed to look after women, and men are not used to women being independent.
Yes.
So now it is a struggle to see that
it's like a power struggle.
Almost. So now you have to see this woman being independent, doing things on her own, and you actually have to make peace that we are now equal. This is the news of Africa, we're equal. So with upcoming young men, can the parents, can the mothers, can the fathers teach them? Please deal with this. We are equal. Protect your sisters. Protect them. This is how we do things. Yes, we work in the same workplace, and I see you equal as me, but I still need to protect you. If we can teach our sons to protect the girls, then I believe we can fight this thing there. We can fight it there. It starts at home. Teach them how to respect women. Teach them how to protect women.
Exactly. No, that's so true, because as a mother of 2 teenage boys, the onus lies on me to educate my children, my boys, how to value and appreciate and respect a woman. And also how to see her as an equal, because we want a world where we are equals. And it's not a power struggle. You know, we want them to support, we want men to support women as well, but we want women to also take up space. We want her to take her rightful role in society, but the male counterpart shouldn't feel like she's taking over or she's controlling him. He needs to make space for her. He needs to make space for the woman.
Exactly.
So it's important, like you said, it starts at home. It starts with the mothers. But unfortunately, when you look at the stats of society, 60% of our households are single-parent households. There's no father figures. So we need mentors in society, in communities. We need role models like yourself, you know, to go out there and to speak to young men as well as girls, because there's a big movement with women empowerment. But we shouldn't forget the boy child. We shouldn't forget that he needs to be educated as well. He should be mentored and coached and guided you know, to be empowered and to learn how to live with the empowered woman. Is there anything else you want to like share with the youth? Is there a message you want to share with our youth?
Okay, firstly, I've never done this in any of my interviews. Okay, I've never spoken about this one in all my interviews. I always encourage young people, but there's a part in my book that I've never focused on. I think it's in the last chapter where it is written the life of a youth, and it is scratched out. It is almost like there's a line drawn through it. So what am I trying to say when I wrote that one? What I was saying is the life of a youth is having a normal life like any other young person. But the reason why I scratch it out, because I wanted to let the young people know that you are not a normal young person. You are not who people say you are. You are different. You are unique. You are special. And there is something on the inside of you, and you are going to achieve it. And the only way you are going to achieve it is when you take up that characteristics of telling myself who I am, and not, if you're not going to tell yourself who you are, if you're not going to make space for who you really are, then the world is going to tell you who you are, and you are going to dress up that cloak that the world is giving you. So it is time that you find the real you. It is time that you choose to be different, that you choose to be unique, that you choose to make an impact, choose to make a different. The problem with young people in this time is we all want to be the same. We all want to follow a certain trend. We all want to run after the same thing. And there is nobody that actually says, what happened to me? Where's the real me? Can I just for once be different, change my own dreams, and do my own thing and not be like everybody else? There is a difference in you, and it needs to come out so that you can make a difference. Can I actually bring this one? I just want to bring a Bible scripture into this. In the books of Matthew, Jesus says unto the disciples, for you are the light of this world. What does he say? He says that the world is captured in darkness. And you being the light, meaning you're coming to make a difference. There needs to be somebody who says, I'm the light, I'm going to make a difference. Be the light in your friend circle. Be the light in your family. Not everybody has to drop out of school in your family. Not everybody has to drop out of school in your friend circle. You can be the one person that makes a difference. You are different. You are unique. You are special. Take up that. A friend of mine, A.B. Peters, once encouraged me. He said, every morning when you wake up, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you can make it and you will make it. You are different. And I tried that. And I am not yet where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Because I've tried it and I've decided that I'm going to be different. Young person, take up the space. Take up your space. That is what Joseph Binney says. It is time to take up space. Take up your space. Choose to be different. Choose to make a difference. That is my motive. It is to push young people to make a difference and to be different. Yes, your parents was in a struggle and they couldn't do what they wanted to, but you have the chance now to do what you want to do. Become who you want to be. You have that privilege.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that message. Definitely. I mean, it's when you think about it, it's not, you don't want to follow the norm, you know. Be your own person. Follow your own dreams. And the future isn't, I wouldn't say the future is female. The future is for all of us. It's not women empowerment. It is self-empowerment for both the boy and the girl child. So thank you so much for that powerful message. I hope you really inspired our youth, and I can see you have a bright future ahead of yourself.
Thank you.
Keep on motivating, keep on inspiring, keep on speaking your truth and making a difference. Thank you so much, Godwin.
Thank you, Auntie.
And enjoy the rest of this very cold day. Thank you.
Thank you.